Yo, what's up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this channel. So let's get straight into it.
Shout out bro, Uzi. Keep my eyes in the sky, cause that's where I'm moving. Say they wanna read my mind.
Okay, so as you all know, this wouldn't be a regular Mojo vid if I didn't interrupt the video. Do you guys remember this guy? Yeah, him. He's been on this channel before. And here he is again. I just want to make this clear though. If I didn't think this dude had talent and potential, he would not be here. And 9 times out of 10, we wouldn't be doing another paid promo. But I am doing it again because he has talent and serious potential. What some of you see in me is exactly what I see in him. Here's a snippet of his newest song. I'm gonna leave links in the description and in the comment section. I want you guys to go over to his channel and show him some love.
So I've been thinking for a little bit, like what happens when I actually do drop this tape and the myth begins. I've been kind of nervous to see how people will feel about it, but all the effort and money and time I put into it,
Alright, so unless you've been living in some cave in Wyoming or something like that, you have of course seen all of this unfamiliar drama happening between Kevin Durant and Draymond Green over, of course, a late game possession that happened a couple nights ago. Now trust me, I'm not making this vid right here solely because of this one incident. If I was, that would be overreacting. This is a very serious vid that has to be made. Even if the entire Draymond thing didn't happen, this video would still be created and posted on this very day. The reason why this video topic is so serious and shouldn't be overlooked is because the second best player in the world, Kevin Durant, is of course becoming a free agent next year. Now, if any other star was in his position, it would of course be a no-brainer to resign with Golden State this summer, but it's not, because it's KD, one of the weirdest, boldest superstars in NBA history. You have to keep in mind that this is the exact same dude who lost to Golden State and decided to sign with them just 2 to 3 months after that. That move back in 2016 told me that any outcome is possible with this man right here. If he had no problem or issue signing with these dudes in the first place, why would he have one leaving them? Kevin Durant strictly went to Golden State to win, and over the past 2, soon to be 3 years, that's exactly what he has done. But it's just the type of winning and the way that he's went about it is what's holding him back from reaching that all-time level. Everyone knows that, including KD and Draymond. You see, this incident to me just added fuel to the inner fire that's eating Durant inside. For his own teammate, the guy who hit his line first, to say something along the lines of, "We don't need you to win. We've won before without you. I dare you to leave this offseason." Like, ouch, damn, those words hurt me a little bit too. Those brutal words that came out of Draymond Green's mouth is honestly the truth. We all know this. With or without Kevin Durant, they are still true championship contenders. Durant is just insurance for them, basically. When shiz hits the fan and Curry and Clay are in a funk and can't get things going, they got a 7-foot demon waiting to go off and let buckets rip at a rapid rate. That's all he is. He's just a luxury that makes them unfair. In the back of Curry, Clay, KD, and even Dre's mind, it's the truth. We all know it. KD is more than likely aware of this himself, because he is not only a warrior on the court, he's also a keyboard warrior on his spare time. We've seen him every once in a while defending his name, his move, and his decision to go to Golden State against teenagers in the NBA community. This offseason may be the time where KD finally decides to put an end and extinguish the fire that's burning inside of him and move on to the next chapter of his career. That would mean that he goes on to some other team that is not established and has to build things up, sort of like what LeBron James is doing now in Los Angeles and what he did in his second stint in Cleveland. But like, Kevin Durant is a weirdo, and he really can't go back to OKC because first of all, they ain't got no money for him, and secondly, I believe that the bridges have been burned between the two. So KD has to join some other team in the summer. The New York Knicks, of course, have been thrown around in the discussion, and so has the Los Angeles Lakers. That's who we are going to be focusing on today. Like I said, that Draymond Green incident probably won't be the root cause as to why KD leaves. Instead, it was just fuel added to the fire, which of course made everything even worse. So let's all try to put ourselves in KD's shoes and approach this as he would. So Dre thinks that they don't need me. Bet, say less. Let's see how easy it is for them when I go ahead and sign with the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay, so look here, bub. If we're being real, the Lakers are not winning any championship anytime soon without another big-time star next to LeBron James. And of course, KD is a big-time star himself. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if joining his biggest competition, LeBron, would help his legacy at all. But then again, in KD's mind, it might. As we all know, or should know, KD and LeBron are pretty close friends. They've worked out together, made cringy songs, and have been featured in several documentaries or interviews, if you want to call them, multiple times before in the past. These two have great respect for each other as a basketball player and as a person. So taking all of this into consideration and into thought, this KD to LA thing doesn't actually sound too crazy at all. The Los Angeles Lakers have been preparing for this moment right here for the last 2 years. They moved D'Lo, let go of Carson Nance, and let Julius Randle walk in free agency. Then signed Lance Rondo, Beasley, and JaVale to 1-year contracts, just so they can have a chance to sign 2 max free agents, whether it be this past offseason or the one up and coming. Now they already took one of their targets down, the best player in the world, LeBron James. Now they have their sights set at Kevin Durant. Now they of course do have other options like Clay potentially and also Kawhi Leonard. But as of recent, it's actually looking like Durant may be the most available out of all of them. Throughout the season so far, we've gotten a lot of signs and signals pointing to this already. KD towards the beginning of the season basically said that he's just focused on that obese bag he's trying to get at the end of the year. Because these last 2 years he's already sacrificed so much money for the sake of the team. And this offseason, unless the Warriors want to trade Draymond or let Clay walk, it is not possible for them to sign KD to the max contract that he wants. Also, coincidentally this week, while all this drama was happening, the dude's mom came out of nowhere saying that she loves Magic Johnson and LeBron James. Coincidence? I think not. Durant's mom, brother, and himself have been tipping us off low-key. Now, here's the big question. Would this help his legacy? That's a really hard question, but if I had to be honest, I don't think it really would. But if we're all being honest with ourselves, ever since he joined the Warriors, at least to me, his legacy was wrecked and there was no recovery from that. So at this point, it might not really matter to Durant. If he wants to win and get paid at the same time, the Lakers 9 times out of 10 are his best bet. If he went to the New York Knicks, Clippers, or any other team with cap space this offseason, just listen up, alright? Tell me how this would sound in the comments. Let's say this man signs with some other team that is not the Lakers. And you know, he got a good roster around him. He might have one, if he's lucky, 2 All-Stars by his side or whatever. On 98% of teams around the league, he would be the man and the most important player on the roster. That's something that he wouldn't be on the Lakers and the Warriors, by the way. Anyways, what if he was all of that, the face of the franchise and organization, and still lost and couldn't find his way back to the NBA Finals? I don't know, man. You tell me, would that hurt or help his legacy? Screw it. Y'all don't even have to tell me in the comments anymore. That would hurt his legacy even more, and we'd view it even worse than it is right now. If that man was to sign with the Clippers, Knicks, or Miami Heat, or whatever team that has cap space, I'm sure we can all agree on this. He will not have as good of a chance at winning a championship. I really don't understand why KD and some other people hold his legacy so high like it's something special. That thing is already in shambles. It's wrecked. It's done. It's over. There is no recovery. At this point, all we can do is just get some people to like him a little bit more if he leaves the Warriors. But why only do one of those things when he can do 2 at the same time with the Lakers? He has a chance to be more likable as a person and still win. How much can this man do to make his legacy a little bit more respectable? I'll tell you, not much. In my honest opinion, Kevin Durant's best option is to sign with the Lakers this offseason. But before I go on, my mojo senses are tingling. I can already see some of these future comments. Ugh, look at him. Them keyboard warriors going crazy right now. Wouldn't KD joining LeBron on the Lakers hurt his legacy even more? Man, I'd say yes and no to that. LeBron is the only dude who is better than KD and has literally owned him before he went to the Warriors. I get that, I really do, but like I said earlier, KD is a freaking weirdo, and as a whole, if he sided with Bron, that would make him more likable, and that should help his legacy probably. I don't know. So taking into account what his intentions might be be this summer, as I said, might be. The Los Angeles Lakers might actually be the city and team that he decides to represent across his chest next year. All because of money, Draymond Green, and you guys. Kevin Durant is the only superstar in the NBA who takes other people's opinions to heart. Now, I know for a fact that every young and up-and-coming superstar has issues like that sometimes. But at that age, I don't think that's a normal thing to see. All these little 15, 16, and 17-year-old trolls on Twitter and Instagram own a big old house in this man's head, and they're living in his head rent-free. You do not see any player that's even near Durant's status reply back to their critics and haters. Not Steph, not LeBron, not Joel Embiid, not AD, and not Russell Westbrook. No one does this but Kevin Durant. So all of this noise really bothers him. And for Draymond, his own teammate, to say the exact same thing must have really hit home for him. Sooner than later, this dude just gotta realize that it's literally impossible to please yourself and everyone else at the same time. Once again, I'm gonna use YouTube as an example. A lot of you guys like my edits, my background music, my style, and my tradition, and all of that. But once in a while, I get comments saying to stop doing a certain thing and do something else. And I take it. I take the criticism in and I think about it. But then I throw it out the window. Because I myself understand that I cannot switch up something just because 1, 2, 3 people do not like it. So I just do what I do and keep it moving. I wish I could please everybody, but I can't. And I'm actually aware of that. You will never catch me losing sleep over someone else's opinion. But for KD, that is not the case. This whole situation could create one of the greatest, if not the greatest duo of all time. LeBron is obviously shit. To be real, I'd say top 2 player of all time. And Kevin Durant is a top 10 talent of all time, arguably. The only reason I don't think he's top 10 of all time is because, you know, obviously his legacy. You gotta take that into account, and his history is quite yucky. But still, you know, Durant has something to say. He has not only been a part of the greatest team of all time, the Warriors of course, he also has a chance to leave another major mark in history. Will he accept this opportunity? Will he continue to let these dudes on the internet live in his head rent-free? I don't know. All of KD's options have the potential of backfiring and making things even worse for him. If he joins LeBron, all you might hear is, oh, you're not the best player on your team, oh, you're the second option again, oh, you join the enemy. And if he goes to some other team and doesn't end up winning, all you might hear is this, oh, you can't win without Curry, Clay, and Dre by your side, oh, you need 3 all-stars to win a championship, oh, you can't win unless you join the enemy. Look, whatever Kevin Durant does has the potential to hurt his legacy even more. But to just put it like this, in my opinion, he'd be risking a lot less if he decided to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers. I hope this video made sense. The 2019 NBA offseason is about to be super turned because not 1 but 2 of the top 5 players in the world could potentially be switching ships. Anyways, this is the end of the video, man. I appreciate you for spending your precious time watching this masterpiece. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and also share this video to all your other NBA friends, and I'll get right with you.
No way, no way, remember back when I couldn't get a play, no home, I ain't have a place to stay, I got to work, made the surf, free the way, Told my girl who'd have